In this video, we are going to learn comprehensions in Python. Okay, comprehensions are actually uh, easier way to create list, set, or dictionary. So we will take a look at list comprehensions, set comprehension, and dictionary comprehension. All right, let's get into the Visual Studio Code. Let's say I have a list, okay, numbers equals, and it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the elements of list numbers. Let's say I want, mm, if I write in plain English, something like this. I want n for each n in numbers. That means we want to run a loop, okay, for each of these elements and display, right? So in a for loop, what we will do is we'll just write a for loop for, let's say, for I in numbers, okay, print I. So it will loop through all the items in this list and print the uh, print each and every item. So let's see if I run this. So it's printing like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? All the items got printed. Now let's say I want to create another list with the same value. Okay, that means I have another list. Let's say uh, num, let's say num, which is blank. I want to populate all the items of these numbers into the list num. So what we will do, we'll learn for I in numbers, and I'll give num dot append, and then we'll give I. So it will loop through all the elements of numbers, and then each and every element will be added to the new list called num. So if I print num, I'm going to get the new list num which has the exact same value. Okay. Now there is an easier way to do this in Python through mm, a method called comprehension. So what we do in that is we will, so basically what, so through this loop, what is that we achieve? We it's something like I want n for each n in numbers, right? So let me remove this. And how we can achieve that is I can give num, which is a new list. Basically, I want to populate this list with all the elements of numbers, right? So one way is to do it using the loop, which we saw just now. The other way is using comprehension. So how you do that? Give a square bracket and just give n, right, for n in numbers, right? So what it will do, it will run a loop for any numbers, mean each and every item it will loop through, and then it is going to um, store n in this new list called num. If I print num, it should have the all the elements. You see, all the elements got into num. So this is the way we write a comprehension in Python, and this specific is a list comprehension, right? We are creating a list using this particular comprehension. It has three sections. First section is the expression, right? Second section is the loop, and there's one more section where we can give if condition. Let's say if I want to store only even numbers in the new list, so I can give an if condition here. Okay, if n percentage 2 equals 0. If n is divisible by 2, only then it is going to store in the new list called num. That means in the num list we will be having only even numbers. You see 2, 4, 6, 8. Thus, writing this one line of code, we could achieve things like this, which will take more lines of code if you want to achieve it through the traditional way, which is for loop. Okay, so this is the syntax. It has an expression, it has a for loop, and then a condition. Okay, which in a plain English, how we read is I want this n for each n in numbers if this particular condition is met. Okay, now let's say let's say I want square of all these numbers, right? Let's move this. I want to create a list which should contain the square of all these numbers. So what I will do in the expression, I will just make n into n. Okay, so n into n will be stored in the new list num, okay, for each and every element. Now if I run this, I'm getting the square of each number. You see 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So it is that easy. Okay, so this is about list comprehension. Similarly, we can achieve it um, in a set. Okay, all we have to do is just change it. This is a list. Let's have another. Let's have a list for fruits. Okay, I have here apple, orange. Basically, let's go ahead and see the same example so that you don't get confused. I do the same example. Okay, so the numbers is a list. I want to create a set. Okay, for the same condition. So just what we do is we just instead of square bracket we give curly bracket braces. But this becomes a set, right? And if I print this, I'm getting a set with the square of all the numbers. The only difference is if I'm printing the set, it won't print in a particular order. As we studied earlier, set is unordered, collection. So every time I run this program, it is printing in a different way. All right. So so this is how we achieve for set. The only difference is instead of square bracket, I have given curly braces, but the syntax is exact same. All right. Okay. If I give simply n, it is going to store all the values in the set. Okay. The only difference is, let's say I have here one three times and then two twice. And if I run this command, it is going to store only unique values. This goes as per the property of set. Set will have only unique values. So in case if you want to achieve that goal, right? So from this list of item, which might have duplicate values, and if you want to convert that into a set based on a condition, you can achieve this, right? Similarly, I can give a condition here, right? If n, same thing, like if it is even number or odd number, if n percentage 2 equals 0, it is going to store only the unique even numbers. Okay, so this is about set. Well, you can perform the same operation on a dictionary as well. Okay, so let's say I want um, I have a list. It's one, two, three, four, five. Now, I want to create a dictionary which will have values like this: 1 colon id 001, comma, second item 2 id 002, and then similarly 3 id 003. So if you want to populate a dictionary in this order, what we can do is, again, we can use comprehensions, right? So I can use dict equals, okay, I can have curly braces because we give dictionary in curly braces. So I give I colon quotes, I can give id 00, then give a plus. This is we want this structure I colon id 00. So if I is 1, then it will be 1 colon id 001. If it is 2, it will be 2 colon id 002. Then give for loop for I in numbers. It will loop through all the values in these numbers, and it will populate a dictionary with this, in this fashion. So let's say if I print now dict, now it is going to excuse me, it is going to show, sorry, so this, because this I is a number, it is having problem to concatenate. I'm giving str of I. You can also use f string. Either way, either you use f string or you can concatenate, whichever is easier for you. I'm getting a new dictionary in this fashion. So I have 1 id 001, 2 id 002, and so on. Okay, so this is how we populate a dictionary using comprehension. So basically, syntax is same. We can apply in any of these collections or containers, right? So if I want to only store here also, I can give the same condition, right? If I want to store only, let's say, odd numbers, I can just give an if condition. Okay, if if I, same thing, percentage 2 is not equal to 0. So now it will store only the odd numbers. See, id 001, id 003, and id 005. Now, we can also operate this in range. We don't have to have a list or anything like this, right? We can same thing, right? If you want the 1 to 5, you can simply give for I in range of 5. That's it. Give range of, I give 1 comma 5. It will take 5 elements beginning with 1. So I'm going to get the same result. See, ID 001 and 3. Because 4 is an odd number, so 4 is an even number, it is not printed. So if I remove this condition, it is going to display all the values. See, ID 001, 002, 003, and 004. So this is how we use comprehensions to get output like this easily. Okay, we don't have to write all those for statement and if statements and have variables and all that. So that's advantage of comprehensions. All right, so with this we'll end this topic. Please go ahead and practice these comprehensions and let me know in case you have any questions. Thank you.